What's up, y'all? I'm PC McCray.
Hey, y'all, my name is Shaun, and this is the Everything Has Changed podcast.
From two college roommates to 40-something adults, life has been lifing, and we want to talk about it. We're the new adults, y'all. How did that happen?
I don't know, P, but we got to talk about it.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go. P.
What up, Shaun? We back.
Hey, girl.
Hi, friend.
We're back.
We're
How
back.
you feeling?
Little under the weather.
Okay. Tell the people why.
Returned from an amazing homecoming at Tallahassee, FAMU's Homecoming 2025. Eternal World Tour. That was the theme of the homecoming week
Okay.
and weekend festivities.
Fancy.
I went up Friday morning and I came back Sunday evening. And I felt it. I felt it. It was a lot of love because our class of 2000, come on, incoming class of 2000, we had our reunion. I know, Shaun.
Guys, I've asked P to not fill me in on any of this before we started recording because I said I can only listen to this once
One time, just one time.
breaking into tears. So I said we're gonna save it.
You were missed. Everyone who wasn't able to make it was missed, and we knew life be life, and so things happen. Our class was able to present $104,582.46 to our endowment. Yes, we got on the big screen at Convocation.
Yeah.
Yes, so our class did the thing, and we had our events, our parties, the tailgate, and that's where it was. It was the tailgate.
Did you overdo it at the tailgate, P?
It was a mixture of the heat, the dust of
It sounded like what had happened.
what had happened was the dust from being out, because they have it not really dope now. They have a tailgate, university tailgate that's on the Gibbs lawn now. And so you have the big stage and the DJ and all the class tents kind of box in this area. So you're all dancing, having a good time, but it's just dust, just everywhere. And lots of hugs and kisses on the cheek. And hey, girl, long, good hugs, because it was genuine, like, yo, I haven't seen you in forever. And it just, I know. Don't do it. It's okay.
I'm okay.
You were missed. You were missed. Everyone who was not able to come was missed and thought of.
That's very politically correct.
But you were. You were, because we knew clearly not everybody was able to come.
Yeah.
But for those who did come, we had a good time and we won the game.
Yes.
Yeah, because, that was a little iffy. Our team has not been doing the best. And Alcorn also was like 1-4. So both teams, it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But we won. We won our game, which was helpful. But I felt it. I felt it Saturday evening, but pushed on and was like, you know what? Nope, I'm going. It's homecoming. I'm going to go out. I'm going to do my thing. And when I got back to my hotel Saturday morning, Sunday morning, I went to the desk and said, hey, give me the latest checkout that I can get. I need a minute. There's no way. And she said, the lady was like, usually it's 12, but I'm going to give you 1. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So 1 p.m. I had until 1 p.m. to get myself together. And, my mother and my family is from Tallahassee. And so I had to go and see some family members and loved ones and drive by my mom's, our family house and all the things. And so she was with me. I got one of her shirts, her FAMU shirt, and I put it in the back seat. And she put it on a seatbelt because she had to be safe. And we were riding together. I said, we're going to homecoming, Mom. Let's go. this was her time of year, and so
Yes.
before I left, I put well, the start of the season, I put a little pom-pom on her with her flowers, but then I had to put the FAMU flag on her
Mm.
before I left because I was like, "It's homecoming week, mom, so you need to
Yeah.
be ready,
Oh,
ready."
yeah.
So,
She's ready.
she was with me, and it was good stuff, and we're
Now you
recording on
can
a Tuesday,
yeah. Yeah.
and, Monday, I could not leave the bed. I did not leave the bed. I did not sound like this. This is an
You
improvement.
sound amazing,
Thank you.
but you
I did
always
not
do.
sound nor look like this. The recovery time as we get a little older.
Yeah,
We are
yeah,
the
yeah.
aunts and uncles now
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
I noticed I was like, "Okay." There was a lot of "Yes, ma'am."
Yep. Unk.
Mm.
Mhm.
And it's, polite. The students were being polite, but there was very much so, "We know you don't go to college. You're so I'm
You
just
don't
gonna
fit
say,
in no
yes,
more.
you no, you're not a student, so you're here, you're an alumni." So there's a lot of yes ma'ams and yes sirs, and we all were like, "Do you feel a way that the students are saying, 'Yes, ma'?'" It's a blessing, though. It's a blessing
Yeah.
to age and get older and just be the aunties and uncles. Saw some of my mentees and made sure
Oh,
they were
nice.
okay.
Mhm.
I always tell them, "I'm here. Let me know if something happened." You know, we have a good time. And so excuse me if I'll be sipping on some tea
Mhm.
throughout our episode, our show today. Just bear with me. Just bear with me.
Did anybody
Mm,
say anything untoward about
mm.
Marva? 'Cause I wanna
Okay.
hear it and I wanna relish in it. If they did,
Okay.
okay, tell
So
me.
leading up to, we have convocation.
Yep.
Leading up to that Thursday evening, I'd received word that there was going to be a um a walkout when she got up to
Yes.
speak. Okay.
Yes.
Knowing that, I think because I listened to convocation as I was driving up. I think, of course, they got wind. So they did not put her on stage
Oh! Oh, a
until the very end. The
convocation,
very
homecoming convocation. They couldn't
homecoming
bring her up to the
convocation. So it was very purposeful. I
mhm.
peeped it. And there's tension because some people, when you're introducing, you get up to the mic and you're introducing yourself, you usually greet the president and the staff and all
Yes.
those things. They skipped right up. Thank you to the staff, to the faculty, to a few people. Then the board of trustee member comes on. Thank you to President Johnson for da 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 da. And his claps was like,
Right.
"So y'all just gonna leave me hanging like that? Y'all what I gonna do?" And then
He
when
said
everybody
that?
he did, because it was like a and then he then thanked Kristen Harper, who was the past board president, and I mean,
Okay.
it was like a minute standing ovation.
Us that
She was on stage like, "Okay, guys, like, please,
guys, bring it
please,
down.
please."
Guys,
But everybody knows.
bring it down.
Bring it down.
Bring it down.
So,
Yeah,
um,
okay, okay.
as it went on, once she did get on stage, and let me say this, she did the dark clouds. I'll say she's been practicing.
I don't wanna hear it come out of her
I
mouth.
know, I
Yeah.
know. It was like, but she's been practicing. You know what it looked like? It was like a probate. Like she
Really?
was
She tried her
yeah,
best.
she was getting it, getting it. And so I was like, "Okay." And so from what I'm told, because clearly the camera is faced towards the stage, so we don't see that, but from what I'm told, people in the audience, it wasn't like, a mass walkout where it was noticeable.
Mhm.
Plus, it was towards the end of convocation, and they had already been there, so it's kinda like, "All right, we know this is wrapping up. Let's head on out to Set Friday," or whatever. So it wasn't as a big deal as folks said. There was no booing.
Ugh.
Um
look,
Yeah.
but I'm like, "Ah, come
I
on."
know. It just yeah,
Fine.
yeah, yeah. So she did her thing, and I forgot she was an AKA.
I was just about to ask you if she was D9.
I forgot, and they played, Set It Off as she was coming to the stage, and
Mhm.
I'm wondering, I'm like, "Did the K's stand up for her?" I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Hmm.
But it made me remember, I was like, "Oh, I forgot she's AKA." Alright. So we'll
What
see.
what about this, Charlie Kirk Road business? Did that
Nobody
come up at
mentioned it.
all?
Nobody
Okay,
mentioned it.
okay,
We're just gonna pretend like that's not gonna happen for now.
okay.
Let's just celebrate. There
Okay,
was an
you're right.
unveiling of
You're
Dr.
right. Let me
Humphrey's
stop being negative.
statue.
Now
Yes.
that is the one thing I did see on the social
Mhm.
medias. I did
Mhm.
very well with my FOMO, skipping all the
Yes.
posts, but I did see it unveiled. I thought
Yes.
that was nice. I
It was
did.
awesome.
I
Awesome. It's in
did.
front of Lee Hall and in front of the
Oh,
Eternal Flame.
he looks so young.
Yeah.
And maybe
I
because
want
we were kids, when
maybe
but
it was, like, based off of maybe when he first started,
yeah,
I'm thinking, maybe?
it's a nice statue though, because nowadays statues be looking
Yeah. It
this
was
was
good.
nice. Yeah.
And it was very popular, so, I mean, you had to kinda fight to get in there to take a picture with it, and I was like, "I'm not it's fine,
Oh.
I'll come back." Like the snake, like our big
Yeah,
statue of the snake,
yeah.
and I hadn't been back on campus since that, the snake, and clearly, obviously, Humphreys. I need a tour of campus.
Mhm.
I need to go back and, like, actually tour campus. I went to, the journalism building.
Yeah, J school.
It celebrated 20 years.
God, to be 20 years?
That's what I said. I was like, "Well,
P, we are
this is
old
the
as
first
shit.
time." So my best friend took me through Tiffany Green, shout out Tiff.
Yes,
She got me in the building
love
and,
her.
like, did a tour of the building, and I mean, Shaun, you know what it was like. We were in Tucker Hall, J School.
That's what I'm saying.
This
And
ki It's dope.
P,
It's dope.
I was in graphic design. So
Mhm.
I was in J school, but not we were down like there was Tucker Hall, but they
Yeah.
put us down the bottom of the hill
Now
at
they're
this
all
like
together.
yes. And so I was
Mhm.
jealous. Like when they first put the building up, I was like, Dad, we could have life
Yeah.
might have been a little different. We was down in the basement, okay?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's cool. That's really, really cool though for the kids, man. But
It's
20 years
amazing.
is
20 years.
that's
20
wild.
years. They have 2 studios. They have, what is it called? The Convergent Room, where they have the graphic, PR, broadcast, news all together so they can work together and be like in a little
Oh.
yeah, brain
Like a
power.
real work
It was
environment. Yeah.
a real work environment. It's dope. I was so proud. I was so proud. The colloquium room, was that what it was called?
Okay.
Colloquium?
I remember
Yes.
colloquium, yes.
Uh-huh, and we were mad because it didn't really count, but we had to go anyway. All of the things, all of the things, and
Oh.
so that was great to see. 20 years, and they had just put a sign up all this time. Didn't have a sign.
Really?
Yes, an official
Wow.
sign, if I could see on my fancy well, you can see it on my Instagram at better3701. I
Ooh,
posted some pictures.
yes.
But the new dean put a sign up. She's like, "Nobody knows what this building is. We need a sign." I don't know if you can let me see if I can boom. No, like you say,
Yep.
do the
Yeah.
boom.
It's not yeah, I saw that. I must have been looking at your pictures then, because I saw that.
You probably did,
Yeah, I
yes.
probably saw it
That just came up.
after. I looked at stuff yesterday, and I only
You
looked at
gave
it
it
because it
enough
was
time.
yours. Oh, it was yours, and I was like, "Well, I'll look at peace." Yeah, okay. That's literally
Meanwhile,
I'm
I'm
not
laying
playing with
there
y'all.
like, "Let me try to
Yeah,
put some" 'cause people are like, "Where are your pictures?" I don't post live, like, I don't
yeah,
post
real
while I'm
time.
doing things. Yeah, real
Yeah,
time. Thank you. So I'm in bed like, "Okay, let me pull some pictures together,"
yeah.
and it was a time. I'm glad I went, but I'm dealing with the consequences now.
I'm glad you got to go too, P.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
am.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
might not look like it, but I am. I'm glad you got
Happy for you.
I have
Happy, proud.
congrats.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Oh, excuse me. So, please forgive me, as I cover the recovery time again as we age. It just extends a
Yeah.
couple of days. More
You
than
got to regroup. You gotta regroup now.
God bless those who had to go to work because, you gotta take the day off
You gotta at least yeah.
when you come back, at
Yep.
least Monday.
Monday. Mhm. For sure.
Whew. Yeah.
If not,
Mm.
what are you doing? Like, you're bringing it upon yourself, you guys.
God bless you, unless you just cannot. But how are you, Shaun? How are you? You stayed away from the socials
I
to
stayed away from the socials. I did a pretty
Uh-huh.
good job with that.
Good job, good job.
Well, I didn't stay away from the socials, but I stayed away from anybody that I went to school with. I stayed away from any HBCU page. I stayed away
Oh my god.
my finger was scroll.
You're like,
But there
"Nope, nope."
was a lot yeah, but a lot went on this weekend, P. Like,
Mhm.
or at least in the past 7 days. And we gotta talk about it because
Let's talk about it.
it's our cup of tea. But it was a lot of health stuff going on. Yeah, cup of tea, which falls right in line because you getting your health back together after being outside.
Outside.
So, but a lot of things. First off,
Oh
I
god.
think that we that we must address
Yeah.
it because in a prior episode we discussed Brandy and Monica's tour
Mhm,
that was starting.
mhm.
It was announced, previously, and we spent, like, a whole episode, you guys well, look, we'll link it in the show notes, the episode we talked about our favorite Brandy and Monica songs and what we wanted to hear at the concert and how it was gonna go, all those things. The concert has officially kicked off. I don't know if it was Thursday or if it was Friday, but it was one of them days, okay?
Thursday, I think, yeah.
Thursday,
Mhm.
and the first night went well. I reposted some pictures. They did a tribute to Whitney Houston. Amazing. And it was so great because I saw one clip where I guess there's like an elevator, they come in and off. And so when
Mhm.
they were leaving and the elevator was closing, and you see Brandy like jump and hug Monica, like, because
Yeah,
it was the end of the first show and they were both so happy.
yeah.
Sidebar, I love their relationship because you know
It's
How
evolved.
Monica is, and you
Yeah,
know how Brandy is, and Brandy is way more loosey goosey, like
yes.
all over the place, and Monica just let Brandy be Brandy, and still, and it's almost like, of course, we don't know these people in real life, but when I watch them, I think to myself that it's like, you know how you might got the one friend or whatever that it's like, let me let her be her
The
because
the
like
the
it's like,
mama of the group.
yeah, it's like maybe I don't like to be hugged or whatever, but then you got the one friend that's and it's like, okay, I'll let her have it. Like
Mhm.
I always
Just
think of that when
that's
I
who
see the
she
two of them
is.
together. Yeah, it's like at this age, they could just they love and respect each other and what they went through. And you reach an age where people are different from you, and
Mhm,
it becomes a blessing. When as you're younger,
mhm.
it's like it's almost like you feel like, "Oh, let me stay away." Whatever the case is, I just love the evolution of their relationship with what I'm trying to say. So,
Yeah.
anyway, but the second night was in Chicago, and
Mm,
Brandy apparently abruptly left the stage in the middle of one of her songs
mhm,
and never came back. And there were like, I guess 20 minutes left of the show, and they didn't do The Boy Is Mine.
mhm.
And so Monica ended the show herself, and she gave a speech, and she said, "Pray for and all these things." And then reports started coming out that Brandy had been talking about problems with her, I was about to say vocal, but problems with her sound. And I guess it took like 14 hours for her camp to release a statement. So people were pulling the statement apart online, where in the statement it said she was dehydrated and had been having some medical issues. And
Mhm.
when I read the statement, P, I took it as in, okay, they knew she was going into this performance with some possible health things going on, and so they were trying to set it up to where she could get through it. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like when you have to perform or do something and you know you're dealing with something, it's like they set it up for you to win, basically.
Mhm. Mhm.
And apparently that it wasn't working. Um, but then so people were reading the statement, then other people started releasing, like, people who said they were working the show and stuff, people started releasing, like, backstage clips of her approaching the sound guy, and they were saying, "Oh, it's absolutely not true. It was all about sound or whatever." But then when I read the statement, I was like, I can see how, okay, yeah, sound might be a problem, but then I can see how if you're having issues,
Mhm.
it's almost like how you hear when people are you hear after the fact where people were dealing with the flu or laryngitis or something, but you heard them
Mhm.
sing the song and it was perfect. And then when they get
Yeah.
off the stage, you hear everything they were going through to get to that, and they had to make adjustments. That's what I was thinking was going on. But of course, other people were like, "Well, we saw her go to the sound booth, so we know it was just her mad about the sound." But it's like Brandy been doing this since she was like 5,
Yeah.
8. I just can't imagine that she would just do what they said she was doing. Like, yes, give everybody grace, but just off of knowing Brandy and how professional she's been since as a child, it was like, yeah, I can give the next person grace, but also it's like we know Brandy and the way she shows up. So if
Yeah.
Brandy shows up, the way y'all talking about her is not that's not what we're used to seeing. What did you think, P?
Um,
Hey, friends, we're so thankful for your support. If you want to be updated whenever we drop a new episode or when we drop some of the special things we've got coming, head on over to everythinghaschangedpodcast.com and drop us your email so you can stay locked in. Cool? Cool.
I think both things could be true, and it may have been tied to
Okay.
they knew as a team, they knew that she was trying to push through, and maybe the sound people were like, "Hey, I need you to help me out here. I'm trying to push through, fix
Mm.
the vocals or the pitch or the something." So
Mm-hmm.
maybe two things could be true. When I saw the message, and I'll read it for those who haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
please.
To my dear fans in Chicago, thank you for the overwhelming love, support, and most importantly, your prayers. I sincerely apologize for the abrupt end to last night's performance in Chicago. After weeks of nonstop rehearsals, last night I experienced dehydration and feeling of wanting to faint. Everyone involved agreed that prioritizing my well-being was the most and utmost important. I still made the decision to try and return and give it my best despite not feeling okay. With having made some adjustments to the show and the show being very technical, excuse me, unfortunately, it was impossible to fully connect sonically with the production. I really appreciated everyone's best efforts. You see what I mean? Where it's like, "Hey, help me out," but it just wasn't
Exactly.
working. And so
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit of frustration in her. I'm deeply grateful to my sister Monica for stepping up in such grace and professionalism, and the entire crew for their continued care and support. I went from the arena to see a doctor nearby and have taken proper precautions to help me moving forward. Your understanding and patience and unwavering belief mean the world to me. I look forward to returning to the stage stronger and more grateful than ever alongside with my girl, Monica, tonight in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Love Brandy.
And she went on to do the next show,
She did the next
just
show.
just like she did the first show.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
I was about to say. Yeah.
that statement comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Lovey.
Yeah. Lovey had a few things to say.
She had a few things.
Um, immediately she said, so first of all, Lovey was at the show. She was at the Chicago
Uh-huh.
show.
Uh-huh.
And according to like the videos I saw, they were up in a suite, right?
Mhm.
She said, first, well, hold on, because, well, she posted several videos that talked about how much of a good time she had.
Mhm.
She did say that. Her very first post about it said, Brandy and Monica concert in Chicago just ended, all caps, really abruptly. We were all stunned. Brandy
Mhm.
did not come back out, skipped 5 of the songs she was supposed to sing. Monica closed the show, but none of us realized it was over because there wasn't a finale. Lights just came up and everyone was like, "Wait."
Yeah.
And she put some emojis where the face is like, "Mm." Wait, no, that's not the right face. Let me not. The face is like,
Like,
okay, just
what?
like it's a weird face. It's a weird face. It's it. And she says, "I hope Brandy's okay, cause dot dot dot. We didn't even get the boy is mine." All caps. Not sure what
Mhm.
happened, but the concert was amazing up until that point. We were having a time. This
Mm.
seems to be like she seemed to have posted this immediately after. So she was in all her feels. Okay.
Yeah.
And she said, "I'm giving Brandy grace. Let's not jump to conclusions. Something urgent might have happened that caused her not to return. I really hope she's okay." This was actually the first post I saw about it.
Mhm.
Um, and so it seems as if once the news came out that she was okay, I think that's what set off the firestorm of, "Oh, she's okay? Well, then what WTF?" And so
Mm.
then Lovey had things to say. Before the statement came out again, she said, "I do think before we react and ask for refunds and cuss folks out, let's find out more info. Folks are speaking very confidently about stuff they don't have confirmed. A bit of grace won't hurt."
Mhm.
Those were her statements. And then when the official statement from Brandy came out, um,
That's when she went in.
she posted the statement. And immediately she said, she got to fire her communications team.
Man.
"Anyone who knows anything about crisis management should know this statement is not it. Who approved this?" Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, question mark. 14 hours and this is what they put out? As a communications professional, I know this is terrible messaging.
Mm.
Then she had a couple videos she posted. Well, it's one video, it looks like a duplicate post. And she goes on to say, "I had a time and I'm giving grace." And I still think her communications team failed her. And
Mm.
then she said, "I'm still going to try and catch another date," because she wants to see the rest of the show.
Yeah.
People were not happy with Lovey's response. Then the backlash to Lovey's response became, "We never liked Lovey, and here's why." I logged in the next day. Lovey was trending on threads,
Mhm.
and all the first posts were people talking about, "So why y'all don't like Lovey?" And it's like 200, 300, 400 comments of people going back to 2014, 2015, 2016, and the stuff she was saying on Twitter back then. It's like it became a, we never liked her. And so then they were Lovey bashing, and Lovey got off the internet. Now she said she got off the
Yes.
internet to work on her book.
I
That's
heard
what
she
she
is
said.
coming to the ball. Mhm.
Okay. But I follow Lovey.
Mhm.
Luvvie is always online. I think she just decided, let me step away from this brouhaha and go
Mhm.
do some real work, which
It'll calm down.
valid, right?
Yeah.
But that was also just, first of all, Luvvie was at the concert, so she was in her feels immediately, just like anybody else who was literally at the show. Luvvie has a huge audience, so whatever she says, people are going to hear. I didn't agree with all that stuff, but it also didn't make me none. I'm like, I'm glad Brandy is okay. Cool. Luvvie, okay, cool. But when I logged in the next day and it was all these think pieces and threads about how much people hate Luvvie, I was like, "Whoa, this took a turn." like, okay. And I read a couple of them, but I do sometimes, depending on the time of day, I'm just like, I can't take this energy right now. But
Yeah.
it shocked me what it turned into. Did you see any of that, P?
A little bit.
Well, I'm sorry, you were at homecoming. Sorry,
I was at
probably.
homecoming, and so all I s
Let me stop hating.
all I did see was like, "Uh-oh, something's going on." At the concert, like, and I really hoped that Brandy was okay, and I have tickets for December and, like, towards the end of the tour, and
Nice.
I have to admit, when it first came out and
Okay.
when we got our tickets, I was like, "I hope they make it to December."
When you first got the tickets,
Mhm.
now can I ask why did that thought come up for you?
Sure. Um, I know Brandy had some previous health issues
Yep.
prior to.
Yep.
and has not been like, I think we talked about it before. Monica has done a few shows, a few concerts over
Yep.
the years. This is her first, Brandy,
Yep.
and her voice is already so soft and angelic, the vocal Bible, as they call her. I didn't know how, I'm sure she's been practicing, sure, but coming out every night, doing this, doing the routines, lights, all the things, I was like, "Oh, uh-oh,
Mm. So that was in the
uh-oh."
back of your head from
From jump.
off rip. Yeah.
It was 2 things. Before they really came and were doing the interviews prior to and saying that they've healed, and I saw the relationship, I was like, "Okay, these are 2 grown women."
Yes.
Monica even saying to the point where I feel protective of Brandy now. Like, they really were able to sit down and, like, just squash that childish stuff, and, like, we're 2
Yeah.
adults.
Yeah.
So, I got past that part because I was like, "Uh-oh, are they gonna pop off?"
Mhm.
Once I saw that they had healed, then that second part was Brandy's health, because that's grueling. It's grueling to go on stage over and over and give it your all and try to push through things, and she's singing. And yes, there's some tracks there. People are like, "Well, she's not singing the whole time." She has tracks, and the way Brandy stacks her vocals anyway,
Yeah.
of course she's gonna have that's part of the song. So she's
Mhm.
gonna have that what's the call? More like the she has a lush sound to
Ooh,
her.
lush.
I
Yes.
love it's that, the way she
It's
stacks her
true.
vocals. So I was concerned. And when I saw what happened, I'm like, show 2, though?" So I pray for her. I want her both of them, stamina. We're older. Like, look at me. A weekend, 3 days. And one of those days was just spent seeing family and driving back home to Orlando, which, let me say, the traffic was awful. It
Yeah.
usually takes me like 3 hours, maybe 3.5 to get from Orlando to Tallahassee.
Mhm.
It took me
Mhm.
6. I was in a
Ugh.
standstill, and it was raining. Thank you, God.
Oh.
It was a beautiful weekend, but Sunday, we woke up to rain, and it
Mm.
rained my entire trip. I was at a standstill on I-10, standstills on 75, and standstills on the turnpike
Ooh, I hate
in the
that.
rain. It was ridiculous. So me feeling like I was feeling as I was getting closer to home, like, "God, please,
Yeah.
just let me get there, cause ooh,
1 more
it was
hour.
rough. One more, come on."
30 more minutes.
So, even though she was prepping, I'm sure they had been practicing, just like she said, they had been practicing and pushing and pushing and pushing, but on top of what she's already had, I think, that's my concern. And so I want her to prove me wrong.
Somebody made a good point, and I wish I had saved it because I don't think I did, so I don't remember who said it, but it's essentially actually what you said. Like, this is her first, like, big tour,
Mhm.
um, at least in a very long time, and she's 46, they were saying.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so, I don't know if that's accurate or not, sounds accurate, but if it is your first full, like, it's it's a I can't even find the word. It's a hard thing. And
Very.
then and thank goodness, she's sharing the stage with Monica, but it's like, it ain't
She's
easy. And we do know, although I'm not sure what, but we know that she's had health issues in the past. We
Mhm.
don't know what, but I've just heard there was things going on. And then sometimes she was pop out and you would see, oh, like, oh, she looks different. Something must be going on
Mhm.
or whatever. So in knowing that, if the lady say she would I don't care what, if she's not feeling well, like, have you ever felt faint or
Mhm.
fainted? Like, that is scary. And so if she was
Mhm.
thinking she might faint on stage in front of these thousands and thousands of people,
Mhm.
so and it could be nerves or whatever with that too, but she already went through the first one. But it's like, if she got any kind of health issue coming, I don't care what it is, we don't have to know any of that. If the
Yeah.
ladies say it wasn't safe, then I don't know why we wouldn't believe her. There's so many times when celebrities and whomever, when people sometimes they have to cancel whole things, sometimes they just gotta drop out. It's a part of life. It don't even matter. If your job is your job. Sometimes you gotta call in sick. And I'm
Mhm.
like, she got through the whole thing except for the last, like, yeah, it sucks if you were there and you spent your money. she's also it's a human being though. Like you're not paying to see a god, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to these concerts knowing full well anything could happen to anybody at any time, or they have every right to not. Sure, if people paid money, then it's like, okay, depending on what's going on, I can see sometimes if they miss the whole thing, okay, you gotta get your money back or whatever. But at the end of the day, sometimes people just deserve some grace because we're all humans doing this thing. You don't know what that lady have going on. And I
Yeah.
understand in the moment it is disappointing, but I do also understand if you were doing anything and you felt faint or you had some issue, like it's just at the end of the day, I don't want to say it's not that big of a deal, but I did see something though that I really liked where someone posted. They were like, in light of D'Angelo, just passing, and we find out that
Mhm.
he had been struggling with his health
Yep.
recently.
Yep.
And also in light of Chadwick Boseman, who had been struggling with his health for who knows how long, and we didn't
Mhm.
find out until he passed. They said, I would just hope that people would just give someone grace when they say, um, hey, got some health issues going on. They were like,
Yeah.
especially this week after what we're just now realizing was going on. Like, if somebody says that, then we should just give them the grace and
Mhm.
roll with that. And I agree with that because it keeps coming out that these celebrities are going through things and they should not have to tell you all their ins and outs. I
Mhm.
do know that it's a complicated thing because people pay money and stuff to be there,
Mhm.
but I just hope Brandy is okay. And if she say she was feeling away, then I'm going with that because I don't want to be a part of adding voice and energy to the other side, and then we find out, hey, something really, really bad is going on. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm not wishing that on
Yeah.
her at all. In fact, that's
Mm-mm.
literally what I'm saying. I don't want to end up on the wrong side of that coin. I'd rather be on this
Mm-mm.
side and giving the lady grace. And it's interesting because now it's coming out just how many people knew that D'Angelo was transitioning. And
Yeah.
nobody said anything. I know we talked last episode. Erica Badu had put up a post, Jill Scott had put up
Yeah.
a post. Now we found out Maxwell had put up something even before then. And just now it's coming back around. Everybody who kind of touched on, let's love up on D'Angelo. It
Mhm.
was a whole gang of people who knew.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything as far as, because if someone is, someone's, the one thing to say someone's sick, someone's struggling. And it's
Yeah.
another thing to know someone's dying. And
Mhm.
they still didn't say anything.
Yep.
Um, when you can respect someone's wishes during their final moments like that, that is extremely commendable.
Mhm.
So, not putting any of that on Brandy, I'm just saying I saw that
No.
sentiment online and I'm like, "You're absolutely right, sir. I want her
Mhm.
to be okay, and if she couldn't finish that show, then she couldn't finish that show. I'm sure whatever needs to happen, they will take care of it, but, I'd rather she be here for the next show, quite
Amen. And
honestly."
she did. She
Yep.
moved forward, and I just pray that they continue to move forward throughout this tour together. And listen, as someone with a chronic illness daily,
Mhm.
I'm susceptible. Everybody else could have been at homecoming and they're fine. They're right. All those people around. I
Right.
was like, I'm probably going to catch a cold. Probably gonna catch it. And so I did all the things that I could prior to, but it's still and then it takes me a little bit longer to, bounce back. So, God bless.
Absolutely right.
I pray that, my tickets are 12/12, December 12th in Tampa.
Nice.
I wanna see
I
them,
was
and
just
I
about to
wanna be
say if they
rocking,
not in Orlando, are they? But we talk
which is it's fine, it's
it's
fine.
fine. It's fine. It'll
It's
be fine.
fine. Because at
It'll be
first,
fine.
they didn't have any Florida shows. Now that's when we all were like, "Now wait a
Okay.
damn minute."
Okay.
So then they added a
Okay.
Florida show.
That must have been because they added another Atlanta show too.
Like,
So
come
I
on, what are
guess
y'all
the first one
doing?
got sold out.
What
Yeah.
are you doing? It's
I
especially Atlanta. Come
that
on.
yeah. Well, we had Atlanta, but I guess it got sold out, which makes sense.
Of course.
Yeah. But
And I think because of everything we're talking about, they didn't wanna make it too long for either one of them.
mhm.
It is it is grueling.
And we
It is
need to
grueling.
look at that. Actually now I'm thinking like I wonder what if the shows are back to back, well, we can see from this past weekend they're
I
back
can
to back.
see.
Maybe it would've,
Mhm.
if they had done
Ooh,
every other I don't who know look, as if I'm not a part of any of these conversations. I have no idea what it takes to plan out a concert or rent out these big ass venues or anything like that. But yeah,
here's
and
the
then I
next
saw people
run.
online like Beyonce would never. And it's like,
Don't do that.
okay, that
Don't do
like
that.
Beyonce wouldn't even do that. Like be like this Beyonce been doing world
Don't do
tours
that.
every other year for like the past
Exactly.
15 years.
She's
Like,
in a different and we I am a Beyoncé stan, but
absolutely.
because she has been
That's how
continuously
we know. Yes,
doing
yes.
these 50 plus shows, so
You can't.
don't do that.
Mm-mm.
But to your point, the lineup, October 24th in Nashville, Tennessee, Chicago, the 25th. So that's a travel. Come to the next one, October 26th, Kansas City. That's boom,
Mm.
boom. That's
So I
mm,
wonder if they scheduled it like a
mm.
regular concert tour and maybe.
That's a lot.
But then I don't know if that's a thing, like, I don't know if they can do every other I don't know if venues even allow that, but it is the back to back to back to back, like, it's
Travel. Literally, you're
mhm.
getting off stage and you're traveling to the next city and you're getting on stage that night.
And you
So
made an
God
excellent point.
bless.
You made an excellent point, P, because there's been some kind of health issue that we know that she's gone through, but what if like you said, you have chronic illness, so you have to prepare
Mhm.
more than others, and then it takes you longer after and it's millions of people out here walking around with chronic illnesses, and it's kind of
Mhm.
even worse because people feel like if they can't look at you and tell you're sick, they hold you to a different standard, and that's not fair. And
Mhm.
so you know what I mean? And so we
I
just
get that
don't
all
know.
the time. You don't look
Yeah,
like what you've been through.
exactly.
And I try to put on a good face and do what I do. I push through. But yeah, man down was yesterday. Man down and trying to get back up. So God bless them both.
Yeah,
It's gonna be the same type of schedule throughout November, and again, we wrap up they have 28 shows left. Oof,
okay.
okay. Alright. December
And
14th is in Jacksonville. That's the last show.
the the clips have been looking good though that people have been putting up. Everybody,
Mhm.
they've been saying everything they've seen have been amazing and they've loved it.
Yeah.
Kelly Rowland is up there looking. Every time Kelly get up, I just said Kelly is like brown girl goals. I love
She
me
looks
some
like a
Kelly.
Barbie
Whenever she
doll.
pop out, yes,
She
yeah,
looks like a living Barbie doll. I love
but
Kelly.
because I saw Yvette's post about it too, because Yvette
Gorgeous.
is their longtime publicist, like for like their
Mhm.
entire career for all of them, everybody,
Mhm.
Chloe and Halle too.
Mhm.
But I was looking at them pictures Yvette posted. I said, "Oh, they brought whoever got the gig for Beyonce. They got the gig for Kelly too. Kelly
Mhm.
got the same photographer. You could tell because the
Yeah.
same because whatever that photographer is just look, guys. In a past life, I was a professional
That's
photographer, so
right.
I'm just saying. Sometimes I look at stuff
You
aesthetically.
have an
I
eye.
and I'm looking at this like because people have different eyes. So yeah, you could be a great professional at what you do, but then there are some people that look at things and they see like an extra strand of light over here or extra angle over here or whatever. And that's what we see whenever we see Beyonce stuff. It's like it's one thing to be like, okay, let me shoot this and let me catch the stage and let me catch the formation. Where it's another thing to be, let me catch this so we can see the sequence that Kel- I don't even know who this photographer is or what team or whatever, but they doing the same thing for Kelly that they was doing for Beyonce. And I love that because
She
Kelly
looks good.
deserves her own shine. Like Kelly be representing for her own, categories of
Yeah.
things. And Kelly's killing it. And them pictures are fucking amazing. So
Stunning.
I'm happy for all
I
because a
love
lot of
her.
these ladies on this tour are now I don't know how old Money Long is,
Let's see.
but everybody else on the tour is like a woman of a particular age, and I love
40
that.
over 45.
When you think about it, the
She's
uh,
37. She's the youngest.
37, okay, yeah, 37, which
Mhm.
is
Money
still
long.
in as far as, entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Because she been in the game for a very long time too, as a songwriter first, of course. But when you think about it, and I don't know if it's generational, but people that when we were younger, people who were this age, I'm not sure that all of them, like Brandy and Monica, were out there doing choreography and stuff. I feel like once people got around this age, they were singing, they were blowing the house down, but they weren't doing choreography. Now I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it's a generational thing or what, but it just feels like, or if I'm just misremembering, but it does feel like when we were younger and performers was in a uh later 40s, it does seem like they weren't doing all this. And maybe we're forcing people to do these things. Maybe again, people with the Beyonce comparisons. That's just like back in the day, there was
Don't do that.
Madonna, but then
Yeah.
there was like Celine Dion. Like Celine Dion's not gonna get out there and do, all this choreography and formations. Was She sings ballads, why
Yeah.
would she be doing what Madonna's doing? Because Madonna's a pop star and she does these different things. So
Right.
um anyway, I'm gonna be excited to hear how the show goes for you, because we gonna want some firsthand knowledge. I
Mhm,
considered going to the
mhm.
show, but then by the time we looked at it, the Atlanta show was basically all the good tickets were gone. So I might look at the second show. We'll see.
Give it a shot. I mean, it's Atlanta.
It's gonna
It's,
be a good time.
um, it's a good time. These are our people. This is our
Our people,
we grew
P.
up with them, so that's I wish them the
Mm.
best and look forward. But as we
Yeah,
continue on this theme of health,
yeah,
um, physical and mental health, there's this new and help me explain it a little bit more with, there was an interview with Gucci and his wife
yeah. Gucci Mane and Keisha
where
Kaur.
Keisha Kaur, where it was now, is this the first time we're hearing that he is schizophrenic?
Yes, it's the first time I'm hearing it.
Okay.
And I think he might have done a second interview. I don't. Forgive me. I
I
can't.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I feel like I saw a clip from a second interview somewhere else this morning. So of course, if I can find it, I'll put it in the show notes. But so he wrote a book. So he is now
Mm.
beginning his press tour for his book. And in his
Okay.
book is when he talks about being diagnosed with bipolar, and being diagnosed as being bipolar and schizophrenic.
Oh.
And I'm assuming that Keisha is coming in and also doing his interviews with him, because she's a big part of how he was getting through this.
Mhm.
Um, so on the Breakfast Club, which I believe the interview came out yesterday, Monday, he talks about the diagnosis. There was, and I'm not sure what year it was, but there was a particular year on September 13th where apparently he got on Twitter and he said a lot of things that were not true and that were really wild and crazy. And he's saying now that he was literally in the middle of an episode then. And then right after that, he went to jail. So he said that his triggers were stress and
The
I can't
drug
remember
use.
oh, yes,
He's
yes, yes.
the
And drug use. And
the
drug use.
drug use
Yes,
is a
the
thing.
lean. He said he was
The
sipping
lean.
on lean still. But yeah, and so he wanted to in his book, he chronicles that day and what was going on. And he, of course, also wants everyone to know I was actively in the middle of an episode when that happened. So did y'all know what
Mhm.
that looks like? Okay, does that ring any
Mhm.
bells?
Uh,
Okay. And so um he
woof.
said, but also, and again, so this is from the Breakfast Club interview. So they're gonna
Mhm.
go way more in depth in the book, which I
Yeah.
now want to get because I'm like, thank God for people telling these stories because there's so much stigma with mental health. And then on
Yes.
top of mental health, the type of issue you're dealing with mental health,
Mhm.
which is funny.
Mhm.
The things that people deal with that are kind of like the most out of your control, like you were born with this.
Mhm.
Those are the things that have the worst stigmas, I feel like, and those are the things that there's no bit of control that you have, especially if
Yeah.
you don't even know what's going on. So something like
Mhm.
schizophrenia, he says he absolutely, was hearing voices, having
Mhm.
hallucinations, all the things that people say. He said he got a psychiatrist. He said he's on medication. Keisha said whenever he's seen kind of sideways, she takes his phone, she
Yep.
has his code, she deletes all the apps because the first thing he's going to do, she said, is get on social media and express himself in the middle
Mm.
of this episode. So they were giving all these reasons and listen, excuse me, making a list of all the things that she in particular does to help support him when it's coming on. Number 1, but then also, he has been willing to allow her to help him, which is another huge thing. Because even as a man, he could really fight that, and who knows, maybe they did it might be in the book, maybe he fought it in the beginning.
Yeah.
All we know is nowadays, whatever she's been doing has been helpful to him. They said he has not had an episode like that specifically since that day. And they also said because she has gotten really good at seeing it coming on, she can see like she can see it starting. And she will automatically like grab his things and automatically, okay, instead of getting on social, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go outside, we're gonna walk, we're gonna do whatever. You can tell that that means so much to have somebody like that in your corner
Mhm.
when you're going through these things. Now, everybody don't have people and support systems,
No.
but when you do, I just love that they're speaking on this and speaking on it now because a lot of this stuff has been coming up more recently about celebs or people that we love and adore
Yeah.
and follow and are inspired by going through these things.
Mhm.
And then we also see a lot of it. We see it play out. We can see it. We can see it. And they
And
asked
while we're
Gucci.
n Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
go ahead. No, continue.
No. So they asked Gucci and Keisha,
Mhm.
do y'all be sitting at home seeing some of this stuff come across your timeline and say, oh, they right in the middle of it. They in the episode. And they looked at each other and they was like, yep,
Yeah.
we see it. And it's not, I don't, they said it in a way where I suppose it can be kind of textbook what it looks like, but they didn't say it in a way where it was like textbook. They were just like, you can, we been there because Keisha coming from the side of, I can see it before it starts with him.
Yeah.
So by the time it hits that and it gets online, and he was just talking about how embarrassed he was when, or how embarrassed he gets when these things happen, how
Mhm.
that in that particular September, and, like I said, he went to jail immediately after that, so that was, I'm sure, part of his stress as well. But he said when he got out of jail, he apologized to everybody. He told them what was
Yeah.
going on. He told them, "I didn't mean none of the stuff I said. I don't believe any of that stuff. Like these are things that are going on with me." And to their credit, he says that everybody forgave him. Um, but just hearing him say that,
Mhm.
because we don't hear anybody say that. We don't never hear, correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't ever hear Kanye come out and say, and I'm saying Kanye because he is a person, whereas we've heard different things that we've heard he's been diagnosed with. I guess so. I guess it might
Yeah.
be allegedly. But we see these rants and things that look a certain way online and that people come away from them thinking, oh, he's really out of it, or oh, he needs help, or
Mhm.
oh, he's, you know, wrong, dead wrong, and all of it,
All
you
of the
know,
above.
all the above.
All of the above.
But I really love that he got on here talking about this because Gucci Mane, I mean, he's still Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, and that's like you said, I appreciate that here's a black man who's a rapper, who's still
Yes.
influential, who has a pulse on the culture. People will listen to what he's saying, and he's like, "Yo, this is what I'm dealing with." And also, he mentioned in some of his episodes, he would just give away cars and jewelry and money and all these things, and he was like, his friends would take it.
Yes.
They
Oh,
would know that he was in this state. They
yeah.
knew something wasn't right. Even if you don't have the vocabulary to say or the official diagnosis, come on now. Your homeboy just giving you a whole bunch of diamonds and all these things, and he says those people are no longer in his life because they
Mm,
accepted it, and I can imagine if I'm in a place where I know my person, like, "Okay, you let me just put it away for you when you
right.
realize that you gave me your $500,000 chain, and you didn't mean to." So, I was looking here, schizophrenia impacts 2.4 million adults in the United States, and that's
Mm,
coming from the Mayo Clinic. 2.4.
mhm.
And it's probably, in bipolar as well. They mentioned that there's, a clinical studies from Mayo Clinic, but for him to come out and say this will save lives, hopefully.
Yes. And
Hopefully.
hopefully change perspectives, because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't wanna.
Now there's some people, like you mentioned Kanye, a lot of people allege that, Ms. Minaj, Onika, also has these episodes,
And she had a
and
response too.
she had a response, which says a lot,
She had a response,
lot.
which so people were like, what did you have a problem with him saying? Because he did mention her name, I think once, and when he mentioned her name, it was in the list of people that he had to apologize to after one of his episodes. So he said, "I had to apologize
Mm,
to so and so and so and so," and he said, "I had to apologize to Nikki," and that's basically the only time he mentioned her name. If I'm wrong, I will come back and Imma look it up too. I'll come back and say I'm wrong if I'm wrong.
yeah.
But I believe that's the only time he mentioned her name, and it was when he was talking about who he had done wrong in one of his episodes, and he needed to, apologize to them, and he said that they all accepted his apology at the time. So
Mhm.
Nikki comes online, as far as up until the time of this recording, this is
My God.
what we have, but she's saying that, Keisha, Gucci's wife, is only there to keep Gucci sedated.
Mm,
It didn't look like he was sedated in his in fact, he was telling all his business. I don't think he was that sedated,
yeah.
and he wrote a whole book about it, okay? But she was just there to keep him sedated, and that they were trying to keep Deb Antony from her. Deb Antony being Waka Flocka's mom, who was a big time manager in the South. And
Mhm.
for those that don't know, Nikki started out in Gucci's camp because Deb also managed Gucci. And so when Nikki left that camp and went to Lil Wayne, there was a huge falling out. And then I believe there was like a lawsuit with her former manager. So it's like she then wasn't bigging up Gucci the way that people thought she should have been once she started blowing up. So that was a whole thing in the past. That's the background of it. So
Yeah.
as of this morning, she's out here like they're trying to keep me from Deb. Deb is now back working with Nikki. And
Mm,
usually when Deb shows up, y'all might have seen her like on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in particular. Usually when she pops up, it's helpful for the people because she's a stickler.
yeah, she
So
don't play.
yeah, so I am surprised that Nikki I'm surprised that we're still seeing these things in particular from Nikki's Twitter account if Deb is back in her life. We don't know all the ins and outs, but in her
Take
rant
the
this morning,
phone.
she said that they were trying to keep Deb from her and all these things. And so Charlamagne was like, "What exactly did she have an issue with?" Because the other thing is, people in the comments were saying this is what her spouse needs to be doing for her.
Child.
And I
Well,
think
Cardi already
and they must
said
have
that ain't gonna
tagged her.
happen. Mm,
And that's how she got wind, and so she got upset. But she's proving what people are saying
exactly.
by these responses. And P, the other episode, when you read that Cardi had said in one of her last responses to Nikki that she had been diagnosed schizophrenic, that was my first time hearing that. I didn't know.
Same.
But now, after Gucci, so it's like,
Mm,
and they said, Gucci said, I would be saying all kind of stuff. I would be telling people I was gonna hurt their kids. I told him I was gonna put their baby in the microwave. He's like really, really
wow.
ridiculous things
Wow.
that were really ridiculous and just nasty and wrong, you know? So it's just we can see some correlations here. And so on Nikki's side come out and tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
We just have to say, "Hey, things look crazy. Things look away."
She doesn't, and the post specifically, Gucci wife has been trying to be f me for years. Been dying for the spotlight for years. She's been trying to keep Gucci sedated. Gucci hates Deborah Auntie. They don't want me to be around Deb. She's around me now. Charlemagne the fraud, Jay-Z friend slash business associate, always throwing him in there.
Rock Nation is
Using iHeartRadio for these disgusting ploys against innocent families. He was around Wendy before her, before she went to jail. The buck stops here, baby. Bookmark this tweet. Y'all do not understand who I really am. Bring it. Let's play. Y'all want attention? Let's do it. LAPD, where's the evidence of my home being swatted with toddlers inside 4 times? Guns drawn. Republic Records, stand up for me.
he that
Take the
man
phone.
got on there talking about his book that he wrote
He talk
about
about a book and
like,
his illness.
they were not there to talk about you.
Mm-mm.
They His wife
She
was
she
on
gets
there
triggered.
trying to support him because this is first
Mhm.
time he's telling the world what he has going on.
Mhm.
And she started it with she's been always been trying to be like me. So then that makes me think, because I'm my assumption is that she
Too
didn't
much.
watch the whole interview. Okay.
No.
But even if you watch the clips were not about her at all. Like I'm like, where is she getting this?
Which
I'm
is why when they
oh,
were asked the question, "Do
yeah,
you
okay.
see
Okay.
similarities?" And they were like, "Yeah." And, like, here she go, proving the point. And taking away from again, he could be saving people's lives right now.
Mhm.
Hopefully, families and people who are dealing with mental health and caregiving, that's a tough task as a wife. And I've seen a little
Oh,
bit of pushback or someone saying that she's not a wife, she's a caretaker. Well, when you're in a relationship, that's part of it.
I was gonna say, if you get till death do us
Till
part,
death do us
in
sickness
sickness
and in
and in
health.
health, that's what you're signing up
That's
for, and
it.
you don't know what the sickness is going to be.
You don't. And the fact that she's been able to study him, as you mentioned, and see, okay, when he starts to not talk to me, when
Exactly.
he kinda gets isolated in the house, she's like, "Okay, I can feel when something is about to pop off." So, that
Exactly.
takes love and commitment no matter what, and I think that's where people get it twisted when they think about marriage through sickness and in health. And
But
if she's committed to this marriage, she's committed to him in this process.
because people will leave. Like, every situation is different,
Yeah.
and it's just like, this is why people should just take marriage seriously because
Mm.
anything could happen. So you are really committing yourself to literally anything. So you got to think about that
Anything.
before you step down the aisle. You got to think, but then also it's not as if you can't get out of it, but it's like anything could come up and then you're going to be
Mhm.
faced with these kinds of decisions. And sometimes people, and that's with any health episode,
Mhm.
you see that a lot, like when people get sick,
Yep.
relationships and families break apart. It's a thing that happens. So she's
Mm.
still there and she's decided to take this on
Mhm.
to help support the man that she loves. And they said, like, he's got a psychiatrist, he's got his medication. She stays on top of him, and he hasn't had an episode like that. Like, she's been able to stop it in its tracks.
Mhm.
Um, and also to stop him from getting online with it if anything does feel awry,
Yeah.
So to even say, "Oh, she's not a wife, she's a caretaker," as if it's a put down, it's
Yeah.
like that's a part of the job of being a wife, and that is why it is something that should be taken seriously because you may get to the point where you have to decide, is that something you're going to stay and do or not? And
Mhm.
so I just love to see different sides. Like, I just
Mhm.
love that we now get to see this side of that because we
Yeah.
already know that we seeing people on one side of it.
Yep.
So I just love that we get to see people. We just get to see this story, which I don't think that we've really seen before this transparently as somebody who is still, is active.
Mhm.
as him. So,
Mhm. So God bless him. God bless him. Anybody who's dealing with mental health issues, physical health issues right now, and trying to push through. We gotta take care of ourselves. And I wish him well, and I really want his book to do well and really reach out to our community and our community of young men who may be going through it and fearful because there's a lot of us, our young men who are in jail, in prison
mhm.
because they were never officially diagnosed. And who knows if they had somebody in their life that could help them take their meds and that they would listen to. Because on the other side, I do know some people who have loving folks in their lives, they just will not listen. And
Exa
that's a whole
exactly.
'nother thing. Yeah,
That's a
so
it's
who knows?
never nothing is really ever black and white, you know?
Nothing.
So that's why I say some
Nothing.
people have support, some people don't. Some
Yeah.
people can be, um insightful enough in their, like, normal in their baseline that
Mhm.
they can if somebody reaches out a hand, they can reach out and grab it, and some
Mhm.
people can't. It's just
Mm-mm.
all of this stuff is a spectrum.
God
So,
bless.
it's just it's a hard thing, so whenever someone comes out and speaks on it, I'm appreciative, and we know it's got to impact somebody. But
Mhm.
you just have so many people out here who either just think, "Oh, that's just how he or she is," or they think it won't amount to like, well, it's just it's just so many different layers to all of this. So
Yeah. Yeah. God bless.
yeah, yeah, man, yeah. But I do want to say, P, just in some
Yes.
lighter news,
Yes.
this weekend, October 25th is going to be Versus is back,
It's gonna be a
and it's
good
gonna be
time.
No Limit versus Cash Money
Good time.
versus Cash Money Records for the 9-9. P,
Ah.
what
Mm.
do we want to hear? And who do you think is gonna win?
Wow. It's such a time because
Yeah.
growing up here in Florida, there was a time when No Limit, like, ran everything. And then Juvenile came in,
Yep.
but it started with No Limit. Silk the Shocker was my boyfriend back in the day.
Mine too, P.
He was my boyfriend
Oh,
back in the day. I
nice
just
and chocolate.
he was so cute.
He
And,
was.
so I'm excited, but the anthem of "Back That Ass Up" still to this day. And
That's
and
it.
speaking of, even so, bringing it back to Homecoming, they started it off, and when I tell you everybody was kinda under their tents, chilling, it's hot, it was hot, the sun was out.
Mhm.
When the DJ dropped the s y everybody. It is it
Well,
is a
might as well.
mating call.
Let me get on out here.
Well, there you go. In the sun, it didn't matter. So that is a classic that I don't think will go anywhere. So I'm just excited. This is going to be a lot of songs back and forth that we're going to know and we're going to have a time. Now, do we know how they're going to present it yet? I'm looking.
Uh, it's gonna be in Vegas, and so people was like, "Why is it not gonna be in New Orleans?" Because it's 2 New Orleans groups. But then
Mm,
somebody's like, "Well, because that may not be the safest thing."
violence?
Somebody said that, and Imma just go with them because they were from down there. But I don't know why they all because I feel like they had another one in Vegas. I don't know why they always do stuff in Vegas. I hope the crowd I don't have high hopes that the crowd is gonna be as into it, even if they coulda had it somewhere in the South even. It
Because
could have been
Vegas
Texas.
don't.
It could I don't understand. Vegas, it's just a lot of transplants. It's a lot of people
Yeah.
who are visiting. It's a lot and of course, people are gonna come in town just for that. But I
Mm,
am not
not
holding
going to be
out
the
hope that,
same.
like, oh, a whole bunch of New Orleans people gonna be in the building. I think I just like a Vegas crowd to me just does not so I
No.
don't love that aspect. Um, but I'm glad like this'll be it's a good one. Because Versus itself has gotten it's like ever since they sold it, that
Yeah.
was like almost the end of it. And it was like, okay. Some stuff I do think might have just been for COVID times.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
But this is a good one, and so maybe if they just do 1 or 2 of these a year or something, but I'll say this, P. I
What are you
was a
looking
No
forward
Limit
to?
stan,
Yes.
and for no reason at all,
Mhm.
and I feel like I have one picture somewhere that I can't find it, but I had one of those rooms where you couldn't find white space on my wall growing up.
Posters, same. We
Everywhere.
had
I mean,
Word
I
Up
had
magazine.
a word, but I had autographs. I had
Yes.
I was always gonna go to, like, fucking peppermint music or whatever and stand outside in the line and buy the poster so that
Peppermint.
I got a crisscross poster that was signed. Like, and so I had a whole wall of my 4 walls of my bedroom dedicated to No Limit, and to this day, I don't know why, I had, Mia up there. Of course, I had
Hey,
Master
Mia
P. I
X.
had the No Limit bling chain. Of course, Silk Shocker
Okay.
was
He was Boo.
listen, all
Silk.
my
What he look
life,
I wanna
I
see
have
what he look like.
loved a dark-skinned man, P. You
Girl.
didn't ask for this, but let me just go ahead and say this right now.
Okay.
We're talking about it. Top 5, I think I got 4. My top 4, you didn't ask, but I need you to know.
Okay.
Number 1,
I'm ready.
number 1, uh, Damson Idris.
He's a handsome young man. And I say young man because
You ain't
he's
gotta
what,
say
20?
young, P.
He's 22?
No, he's 10 years younger than this, P. I've looked it up. He's 10 years younger than
Oh,
us, okay?
he is handsome, though. He really is
Okay?
handsome.
Number 1. Number
He's
2,
34. Okay.
34, see? And you're
Mm.
44,
Mhm.
okay? So, a little cougar action, you know. Number 2, Kofi Cerebo,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Okay, okay. Number
Um,
3,
what was the show? Hold on, what was he
Queen
where we
Sugar
Queen Sugar. Yes.
and Girls Trip,
Girls Trip. Yeah.
Girls Trip. Number
Mhm,
3,
mhm.
John Boyega. Now, not as dark as the other 3.
He's handsome.
I love me some John Boyega.
Mm.
He's
I can
so
see it.
black. Like, he's just like he just loves
He
blackness.
does.
And then his accent. Oh, I got a couple, British guys on there.
You
I
like the
might
Brit?
need to take a trip across the pond, P.
You like the
Okay, number
Brits?
4. Number 4, Aldous Hodge.
He is handsome as well.
Okay,
Cross on
Cross.
Amazon. Have you
Cross is
seen
his
it?
and renewed for season 2.
He looks
Okay.
like he smells good all the
Okay.
time.
We like
Now,
that.
I have a thing where it looked like some people look like they just smell good, and he
Mhm.
looks like he smells good.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm like, "I bet he
Mm.
smells real good." Mhm. Yep.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm. But
So
back
I
to
love a
Cash
dark
Money.
sorry, I'm so sorry. You know I love a tangent, but I love a dark-skinned man. So I have loved Silk the Shocker all my life. He has been on my
Ooh,
No Limit wall
yeah.
all of my I said No Limit. Yeah, No Limit. I
Yes,
have loved No Limit. So I
yes.
was Mr. Ice Cream Man. Oh, it ain't my fault.
Did I do
It
that?
ain't my fault.
Did I do
It
that?
ain't my fault. It ain't my oh. But okay, okay. Of course, make 'em say, and then down for my Negroes, which
It's
still rides to this
still,
day. I didn't even think it
still,
would, but when we went to college in Florida,
still.
that's when I learned that, oh, this is a club song because I didn't know it as a club song before I got there. Then it was like, they gonna play it every time you hear it, and then it was, what's the chant that they say, P? What's the chant that they say when it's I know you heard because I know you heard it this weekend. What's the chant that they say when
Everybody lay it down. Come on
"Come
and
on and
represent
represent
your
your
town. Where
town,
you
where you
from?
from?
Orange County.
ATL, where you from? ATL."
We played that song in high school in the band. So that's how
See?
old that song is, and it
Yes.
still rides.
And
Yes,
I
heard it
didn't
several
know
times
it.
this weekend.
I knew you did. I
several
didn't
times.
know until I got to Florida, like, that wasn't a thing here at that time.
Oof.
And then I mean, I knew the song 'cause that was
Yeah,
but I got there and it was like, "Oh, no, this is like a top 5, like, this is you're gonna hear this everywhere
classic.
you go," and then it became that chant they would put
And
over
you
top.
gotta run it back.
Yes, yeah, you gotta
Start the
stop at that
beginning.
one point and bring it back. Now, I will say, I used to love Mystical. I had to let him go after, he
Whoa.
went to them heinous ass. That was
Wow.
bad, and I loved Mystical. So now, I'm not a Mystical girl.
So how are we gonna deal with, like, are they just gonna skip over his music? How do we react to that?
You know
Because he
they're
did some
not.
heinous crimes.
Yeah, so
Rape.
guys, he went to jail for gang rape.
Yes.
A lady, I don't know if she was their stylist or their makeup she
Twice.
was sorry?
I wanna say it's 2 separate incidents of
And it was
this.
on tape. They taped it, so that's how
Yeah.
they got caught up. So,
Yeah.
I'm ever since and that happened right when he was that happened while we were in college, P, so, like, his song what was his song? I don't even wanna I don't
Yeah.
whatever, but that his whatever his song was high up. It was,
Shake it
like he was at
fast.
his peak, that's it.
Mhm.
He was at
Because we
his
had the
peak
little
when that
dance
happened.
to it,
Mhm.
the little line
So,
dance.
that was crazy, but so, I don't know that they gonna I don't even know if people remember that. So, I don't know that they're gonna not play that.
You're right.
I don't know that they're gonna stay away from that, to be honest with you. We'll see.
Yeah, you're right.
But for Cash Money, I wanna hear bling bling every time I come around you, bling bling. And of course, we like you already said, back that ass up. And then,
Gotta say it.
400 degrees, the fireman, fireman.
Oh. You see me, I
'Cause
eat, sleep, sheat, and talk rap.
talk yes, me. I people will so I was a Lil Wayne stan before it was popular. I was a Lil Wayne
Okay.
stan when
I
people
didn't
was
get
like,
it.
"Oh, he's so ugly."
Yeah, I didn't
And
get
but
it.
I loved him, like, I
Mhm.
loved him. I even used to talk to a guy who looked like Lil Wayne because he looked like Lil Wayne. It was the whole thing.
Alright.
I don't know, I do wonder if they're going to play his songs, because that's separate from Cash Money. That's
Mhm.
Young Money. It was I don't know if in Versus lore, I would expect, yeah, maybe they will play anything that's related, but it wasn't a Cash Money group
We'll see.
record. So we'll see. Because if they do, then Cash Money is going to win because they're gonna have all of his songs in the
Yeah.
tub.
So we'll see. That's Saturday night. They
The
said
25th.
I'm looking it up. It says the streaming information will come at some point. Here we are, week of, we
Okay.
don't know yet, but
We'll find out,
we'll
girl.
find out. We'll
Oh, I
see.
will say, because I guess Manny Fresh's sister she went to school with us. She went to FAM.
Okay.
So I I don't even know if you remember people. We've met Manny Fresh several times. Always at the club. He was always be,
Sounds
like,
about right.
in the booth next to us.
Sounds about
Um,
right.
in Atlanta specifically, like, every time there was classic, and we would be at the club partying and have our booth, he would be right there. And he would just be there.
Copeland's.
So he probably was just there so his sister could, have a booth or whatever. But he was a
Uh-huh.
real chill guy. So I do love Manny Fresh. Like, for that
Man, it's great.
time. Oh, no, you know what other song? I I'm
Hey.
way more fly than you.
Uh,
Mm.
uh,
Take your no, it ain't
time
take your
on
guy from
you.
you.
Dime.
Dime is alright with me.
They played that this weekend, and we
I
did
know
the
they did,
dance.
P. I
Everybody
was
did the line
cheese.
dance.
Oh, P.
Ah, step in. Mm,
A
a
time.
time,
So
a
it's gonna be
time.
good. It's gonna feel like college probably. So you'll get like 2
Mhm.
weekends in a row, but this time you'll get to be at the house.
I'll be at the house.
Yeah.
I'll be at the
Yeah.
house, and, how I'm feeling is I'm about to go lay down after we
Yeah.
finish.
Nap time. Women
Yeah.
of a certain age,
Mm.
we
Yep.
need a nap.
I tried
But you
taking some
deserve it.
meds.
You deserve it, P.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
did it.
man. Yeah.
I did it.
Woo!
I need to go lay down.
Yeah. You like, I already told your ass.
I need to go lay down. But we pushed through. I did it.
You did it.
Physical and mental health.
Woo!
Made it work.
Take it seriously, you guys. Some
Seriously.
people take it seriously and some people don't. And you can't ever
Seriously.
call it. So you might as
And
well take it seriously.
and I'll say this, usually I'm the one that will push through. Well, clearly I'm pushing through. I'm doing the show. This is not too much, but if I had
Okay.
something to do, I'm still going, I'm going. I've had to learn to listen to my body because she'll tap me on my shoulder and be like, "Hey, you sit down before I sit you down."
Mm.
How about that? And so that's why once we finish, I'm going to lay down because she's like, "Hey girl, you think? Go lay down." Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. So take care of yourselves, get checked out as always. How are you feeling?
I feel good, P. I'm
Excellent.
excited to learn more about what Gucci's been going through.
Yeah,
I just think it's highly respectable what they're doing.
that was very
He and his
brave.
wife. What it's brave
Very
because even
brave.
still today, people are the stigma when it's like,
Mhm.
no, you know somebody.
Mhm.
You know
Mhm.
somebody that's going through this. It could be you
Mhm.
as well. Like people keep ignoring stuff.
Yeah.
And for some people, ignoring it means they go down a path that they can't come back from. So I'm really, really I'm excited to see what he's talking about in his book. I'm excited for the verses this weekend. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I just like I said, I hope the crowd is with it because that makes a difference.
Mm.
So I'm looking forward to
Vegas.
the weekend. I'm looking forward to the
Alright.
weekend.
Amen. Well, you
Mhm.
can reach
Mhm.
me and see my homecoming pictures at Better3701 on Instagram and on Facebook. I
And
think I
you can see my non-homecoming picture.
Hey, see? Bless it. Bless her heart. It's
You
alright.
can you can find me on Instagram or Threads at Hey Shaun the Head. Um, the podcast is also on Instagram at the Everything Has Changed podcast. Check us out.
Yes.
Oh, and again, I guess we'll be saying this at the end for the foreseeable future. Find us on YouTube.
Hey.
We are now on YouTube. The channel
Yes.
is Everything Has Changed. Check us out.
Check us out. You can see
Yeah.
how I'm looking and not feeling so hot.
You look good, P. I already told you, you look good and you sound
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
So,
I'll
if
take
that
that.
counts for anything, I
I'll
don't know.
take that.
Okay,
I'm
good,
going to
good.
lay down.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Mean it. Bye. Peace.
Bye.
Want to stay locked in with us so you never miss an episode? Visit everythinghaschangedpodcast.com and join our email list. That way you'll be the first to know about new episodes and all the fun stuff we have coming your way. Meet us over there.